Spotify and their constituents stripped away the musical consumption experience. iTunes was the catalyst to that, and because of those overgeneralized actions, fans actually don't feel the need to consume an album in its entirety, or they just don't have the attention span to do it. Now, for music lovers, I think we can all say that we miss the experience of listening to a great project with credits, liner notes, posters, and all of the other things that come with the experience of opening up a new album. Now, if you want to bring that experience back, but do it in a way where you can make 10 times more than you would have then, tune into today's episode of the Music Money Makeover Show. First things first is you gotta give fans the visual experience of the album. And here's what I mean by this. The digital age took away the experience of consuming an album in its entirety. Fans learn more about lyrics and the artist's team through their liner notes and thank you letters. Plus they got access to exclusive merch and announcements about future releases from the label. All right, this all happened. Musicians and artists got lyrics, producer credits, engineer credits, studio and manager credits, and A&R credits to learn from and contact these people. Tastemakers got all of that plus contact information and more. And even the collector aspect of it all was taken away. Bringing this aspect back in today's time must be a visual experience. This is what transforms a D2C audio album into a product worth buying. D2C audio albums will last for a while, but once this strategy takes hold, fans will want this all the time. And when you sell this, minimums can be up to $50 or higher, and people will gratefully pay for it. Because hear me out with this. Artists already do this, but it's fragments all over the place. And if you organized it and brought it all together, people will pay a premium for value, all right? Now imagine this, album comes out, the Kendrick album comes out, you go listen to it, right? On Spotify. Now, if you were from the era of vinyls and CDs and cassette tapes, you know what it was to open up a cassette, fold it open, you look at the long picture that's there, you see the lyrics, you see, oh, this record label did it, this was the A&R, this the creative team and all of the management and all of that, and here are the lyrics and the credit, right? And you might sit there for a whole hour, runtime. But what if you turn it into a visual experience? And then you sold that visual experience along with the album. So this is the next step, turning that into something that you could sell at 10 times more, right? Well, not 10, but maybe double or triple what it would cost back then, now, in today's time. This way, if you gave this all the time and once this behavior becomes standard, fans will expect it and they'll want it even more. So you have to take this stuff off of social media and stop cannibalizing your audience in full, bring it together, package it, and give the album experience. I'm not saying that you have to do this separate thing, and I'm saying put it in a package and give the album experience. It's gonna be best new artists if you communicate with people like me that have the experience from those eras. People who are 35 and higher. Ask them, what was it like when you went to the store and you bought an album, and let them rant and rave about it. And then you take that, write it down, and you create a new experience in today's time. Now, here's the next step, because you wanna give fans the physical and listening experience. When iTunes came about, albums became fragmented. When Spotify came around, people didn't care about the album at all. Fans cared about full bodies of work then, but sometimes they don't have the time to give it a full listen. You should meet them halfway and create a physical listening experience tour. Just hear me on this. This way, people can pay for a ticket in select cities to chill with you and listen to the album in full as it was meant to be heard. Of course, you want to make sure that the music is heard on a nice system, not necessarily in a raggedy club, but this is a low-cost tour that, if done right, will create content for you, feedback, generate easy revenue, and build culture. Imagine this now. Imagine you book a studio or a listening room and fans get to meet you on an intimate level with a vinyl and a CD plus a digital high quality download, a signed poster, and a clothing merch item, plus the listening experience with a Q&A, right? This is customer service at its finest. Imagine that. It's not a concert, it's intimate. You might take your girl there. Ladies, you might take your dude with you, you know what I'm saying? Or vice versa, or whatever, whoever you're taking with you. It could be a big room. It could be a club with a great system, like a front of house system that is angled at the floor that's really nice depending on how big it is, but it's intimate. People aren't getting a show, they're getting a chance to talk with you and really zone in on the album and listen to it as a group, as a community of lovers of you. And then you charge for it, and in that ticket, they get everything, the album, the CD, they might even get it at the door, right? Before they get in, so they can open up and look at the credits and all that while they're listening. And if you meet them halfway on this experience, they will pay for it, especially if they love you, all right? Here's the next trick in this. Give fans the experience of how. One thing that a certain group of fans want to know is how you did what you did on an extensive level. This information can be put into a course so they can learn how to play along or sing along just like a songbook with whatever creativity you put into it so they can try it on their own. Of course, this comes with a fee, but again, you're serving the fans exactly where they want to be met. If you do this, massive amounts of people will buy without question because you're answering the exact desire they want fulfilled. Now on TikTok, you do it for free, but turn it into a product and teach as the master, and you will be pleasantly surprised at how many fans buy. Don't leave this money on the table. Her and countless others have already proved this concept to work, including Masterclass. And you see how much money Masterclass has made, clearly, right? So people want to learn. Meet them where they are, right? And I've said this on the channel before, right? People are looking at magazines. They're looking at blogs where you do an interview to say this is the guitar strings, this is the settings on the guitar. That's how people learn how Jimi Hendrix played the guitar backward. People are still looking for those videos. So they can just watch them and like, how did he do that? You see what I'm saying? Meet them where they are. Package and sell, man. You gotta hustle. But people will buy it the same way people went to buy songbooks and guides and magazines and all this stuff to learn how their favorite artist did it. If you meet them where they are, coming directly from the person, you win. You win. Now, of course, you're not going to give away your best secrets, but I mean, come on, man. People, if you look at the keywords for how to learn how to rap, learn how to sing, the search results for that is off the racks when it comes to the music business, because people want to learn how to do this. So who better to learn it from than you, as you're becoming the hit artist, right? Now, what if the physical products are too expensive to produce? Cost of production is not the problem. Your ability to be resourceful is in this situation, because just because you can't produce every physical product that I mentioned doesn't mean that you should avoid creating premium experiences. You can start with small batch runs or pre-orders to test demand, or remove the merch altogether and just do, signed posters. Again, this is all about creating multiple income streams off the same product and strengthening fan loyalty. That's all this is about. And what if no one actually shows up to these listening events? First of all, you shouldn't be doing the listening events if nobody's gonna show up anyway. But it's not a numbers issue more than it's actually a strategy issue, because fans want intimate experiences with you if they can get them, right? Really, they do. So try starting by building anticipation through social media and offering early bird incentives, because you don't want to lose opportunities to create memorable fan moments. You see what I'm saying? Having these moments creates a dedicated community, and it generates valuable content and revenue. Even if it's small, even if you have to go small and you oversell, that's better than not selling at all. You see what I'm saying? So just try it out. If the educational content isn't professional enough, it's okay. Don't make it terrible, but production quality ain't the main problem. Although if it's too bad, it can be. Lack of authenticity in teaching may be a bigger issue, right? Where it's like, I really don't want to teach you this, but here you go, bling, 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 bling. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're genuine in your approach. Be yourself. You're not a college professor, and it's okay. You're an artist, so teach like one. And share your knowledge with the people and the fans. You learn from other artists directly or indirectly, right? So focus on your unique expertise and real world experiences. You'll miss out on revenue and industry authority if you let it slide. But when you begin to do this, you'll establish yourself as an expert in the industry just because you taught a skill and not because you're the best. All this will create passive income for you. Now, here's what you can do, because you're going to make a lot of money if you deploy these strategies. Before you start all of this spending, you're going to need to formulate your label properly for this, because this is a lot of expended money. So if you're a music creative or an executive looking to build your label or publishing company in 60 days or less with a step-by-step foolproof process, grab the 60-day record label course right now beneath this video and get it done today. You'll gain the ability to get real funding. Look, real funding right here from our funding partners, and prevent yourself from getting screwed contractually, and keep the middleman out of your pockets. Click the link below to get started right now. But if you're skeptical, grab the free guide, 10 ways to increase your record label's profits. A free split sheet is included with that download. And by the way, this is a MasterCard right here. This is really what I'm giving people, right? So becoming the new pioneer in all of this looks like this. If you implement these premium fan experiences, you'll create multiple revenue streams that far exceed traditional streaming income, right? And you'll deepen fan loyalty through meaningful interactions and establish yourself as an industry innovator who understands modern fan engagement. These strategies will transform your music business from a simple music creative into a full experience provider, dramatically increasing your profit potential. Plus, you'll rebuild the cherished album experience for a new generation while creating sustainable income streams. And here's the thing, the strategy I'm giving you is going to be a staple. So if you're on the cutting edge of this and you implement the strategy that I'm talking about right now today, it's okay, because fans are going to continue to want this. They've always wanted this from the beginning of time, through the vinyl, the CD, the cassette era, even the iTunes era. They demand it now because it's missing. You bring it back, they're going to still want it. If you're innovating on the innovating edge of this, great. But even if you don't get this in the beginning, it's going to be there. Fans are always going to want this. The cost of staying the same in streaming 1.0 or in Spotify land is continuing to rely solely on streaming platforms, and they will severely limit your income potential, leaving substantial money on the table. Then you'll miss out on creating deeper connections with the people that you're trying to get to, who are willing to pay for the premium experiences and exclusive experiences that you're trying to offer. Physical products and more. Most critically, you risk becoming another faceless artist in the streaming ecosystem, unable to differentiate yourself or build a sustainable career beyond playlist placements. This is where people got lost in the CD era. This is where people really got lost in the CD era. And they were like, man, we can't sell them on CDs. I can't put my music online. iTunes is the end. The world is ending. And then Spotify came, oh man, it's over. We can't do it. I'm like, it's all a cycle. It's all a cycle, man. Pump your brakes, chill out, dog. Like, it's all a cycle. It's gonna come back. It's here now. Take advantage. It does take work. It took work back then to promote albums. To get to this level of value, it's going to take some work to promote it. You have to build it. It takes money. It is what it is. You see what I'm saying? So whereas Spotify leveled the playing field for everybody, D2C is not the playing field for everybody. And this is where the music business, the doors on the music business will begin to come back. The gates, if you will, because there's levels to D2C, man. But at the end of the day, I don't get on a soapbox. I don't want to preach to you. But the music industry landscape has dramatically evolved. It is true. And artists who fail to adapt risk being left behind. By implementing these premium fan experiences and direct-to-fan strategies, you can transform from being just another streaming artist to becoming a true musical entrepreneur. The time to revolutionize your approach is now. Don't let these valuable opportunities slip away. And again, I mean, you won't be known as innovative, but you'll be there. Music Money Makers, if you make music, you should always make money. Log on to musicmoneymakeover.com, jump into the all-new Music Money Makers community, grab the 60-day record label course, grab the funding that I talk about inside the 60-day record label course and the community. It's there for you to take advantage of. It's totally legit. I see some people asking. No, it's totally legit. People already. It's a bank, man. It's a MasterCard. It's totally legit. Anyway, I'll see you all next time. Peace.